Hello, 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 my Twickies. Welcome to Next Fest. Oh, I swear this Steam event was just made for me. It's just demos everywhere. I try to keep my demo list pretty small. It is absolutely massive, but it's cool because I get to play games that normally don't have demos. And I get to find brand new stuff like this. Welcome to Run TavernQuest. So, this game looks flipping hilarious. It is a text-based game, but a little bit different than the typical things. And it just looks really, really funny. And I do know that the demo is something completely unique from the main game. This is its own little mini story that you will not find in the full game. So if you don't play it as the demo, you'll never get to see whatever the heck is in here. So I'm just gonna jump into it because I'm actually really excited about this one. It looked great.
TavernQuest, trial version.
It's voiced. Well, some of it was. Hello! Oh, goodness. I'm the CPU. I manage things around here. You are a program. You're a game called TavernQuest. Well, okay.
Type new game to begin.
Steve is the one who types. Steve sends us commands. Our job is to respond to them. New gag me? No matter what. So that's the premise of this game. We are the computer. We are the DM of this adventure game, and we have to deal with Steve, who is apparently an idiot. No matter what. Let's start a new gag me.
Invalid command. New game. Type help for assistance.
Steve will never type help for assistance. Ah, you got it right. Good job, Steve.
Demo. The Malevolent Mage.
Steve is playing a trial version of TavernQuest. The adventure he is playing is totally separate and non-canon from the main game. I've looked ahead in your programming. This is a simple story. Steve plays as a noble adventurer whose goal is to defeat an evil wizard. First, he needs to buy a weapon.
Your adventure begins at the general store, where you can buy any goods an adventurer might require. It's a dusty and cluttered locale, but a necessary stop for your quest.
We control all of the characters in the game, except for Steve's. What is the shopkeeper doing as Steve enters the store? So we get to pick the responses and everything. Let's see, the shopkeeper is, maybe you're on break. I think he's eating a sandwich.
You see the shopkeeper eating a ham sandwich. He's a burly old dwarf with tiny spectacles poking out of his bushy beard. As you catch his attention, he sets his sandwich down and licks his fingers.
Yummy. What's a good name for the shopkeeper? Aaron Silverstock or Brad Shopkeepman? Absolutely. Thought long and hard about that one, did you? Reminds me of just playing Dungeons and Dragons whenever we, us as the players just demand from the DM of like, come up with a name. Who is this random character that I pulled in for absolutely no reason? What is their lore? What's their backstory? What are their hopes and dreams? And he's like, it's just an NPC. Sometimes you'll get sick of us and be like, NPC man 1 tells you to go away.
Aha! An adventurer you must be, says the shopkeeper. My name is, Brad Shopkeep Man, and this is my store, Brad's store. Take a look around and talk to me if you'd like to buy something. He eats the last bite of his sandwich and throws his napkin into a garbage bin.
By the way, feel free to click to skip dialogue or make the text scroll faster. I promise I won't be offended. You can also change the font or text speed in the menu. All right, cool. I think it's okay. It's a little slow, but that's all right. Look, garbage. Really? Steve? The garbage bin was never intended to be anything remotely interesting. Then again, Steve never much cared about how things are intended to go. We can always just throw an error when Steve does something stupid. Trust me, I'm used to it. Now, what's in the garbage?
You walk past many interesting displays of powerful weapons and items to further examine the garbage bin. It appears to be full of garbage.
I would have never known. Get garbage? Again with the garbage? I feel like we're just encouraging him when we don't throw errors. If you still don't want to go that route, we can have the shopkeeper try to nudge him in the right direction. I feel like how about a gentle nudge?
You hop over the counter and begin stuffing handfuls of garbage into your pockets. The shopkeeper watches in confusion. Ah, my garbage? He says. Are you sure you didn't mean to look at the weapon display?
I should mention that Steve's character is supposed to be a wealthy nobleman. We can choose what Steve's character says in this situation. What's good reason a nobleman to get someone's garbage? A courtesy, a duty? I have no flipping idea. Maybe you're the nobleman of garbage collectors.
No need to worry, you say. I am simply assigned to trash duty this week, which is a very normal thing for a noble like myself.
Exactly. Eat garbage? He is really into this garbage thing. Are you absolutely sure you don't want to hit him with an error? That well-deserved error. Throw an error. Let him eat the garbage. You know what? No, I don't want to railroad this. Let the player do what the player do.
You begin to eat the garbage. Pardon me, I do feel a bit peckish, you say. The shopkeeper is terrified.
We need to pull Steve away from his precious garbage. Any idea? Spawn a puppy to distract him. Oh, I love every single one of these options. Spawn a puppy to distract him. The garbage vanishes. The garbage explodes. Armed bandits. He eats the entire bin. Oh, man. Spawn a puppy or it explodes. Puppy.
You hear a puppy barking. Ah, sorry, says the shopkeeper. Little fella must have gotten bored because nothing interesting was happening. The puppy emerges from behind the counter and eyes you suspiciously. He surmises that you are not a threat and happily wags his tail and nuzzles your leg.
Come on, Steve, pet the puppy. You know you want to. Pet puppy. We're rooting for you, Steve. We're all rooting for you. Don't say eat puppy. Oh! I thought he was going to say puppy, and we were about to blow up some garbage. Irredeemable. Simply hopeless. I'm sure Steve has good reason to be attacking this guy. Revenge. Theft. No. Revenge. This is a deep backstory, my dude. Deep backstory.
I have long dreamt of this day, Brad Shopkeepman.
Brad Shopkeepman.
I shall now enact revenge upon you for whatever it is that you did. Please submit for retribution.
Submit for retribution. Alright, I guess we're starting Steve's first combat encounter. Ideally, his first enemy would show off the complex combat mechanics, but Brad here can only do like 1 damage. Yikes. I mean, Steve hasn't even opened up his inventory yet. Does he even have any kind of weapon at all? No. He didn't buy anything. I guess he's attacking this poor guy with his bare hands then.
Combat. Type Help Combat for list of battle commands.
Difficulty easy. Oh, Brad health, Steve health. Oh, look at this.
You strike the unsuspecting shopkeeper repeatedly with your bare fists. I wonder why I didn't equip a weapon, you think to yourself while standing inside of a shop that sells weapons.
Oh no, Brad takes 2 damage. Enemy health 2 out of 4. No, Brad! What does Brad do? Raise defense. Scream! Get the guards.
The shopkeeper begins screaming. Help! Somebody help me! He shouts. There's a crazed loon in my shop! He's beating me up and he ate my garbage!
You take 0 damage, your health 25 out of 25. Because, yeah, Brad's not gonna beat Steve. Oh, you're so mean.
You continue to pummel the poor shopkeeper. Stop squirming around so much, you say. Just let me punch you, you stupid dwarf!
Rude. Brad takes 2 damage. Oh no! Enemy health 0 out of 4. Brad is defeated. No, Brad! No!
The innocent shopkeeper collapses to the floor in a puddle of blood, dead by your hand.
Oh my God.
A job well done, you say. Now that my bloodlust has been sated, I shall concentrate on my very important quest.
Very important. Steal the puppy? I hope Steve doesn't think he can just win every combat encounter by typing attack every single round. Wouldn't count. Yeah, no, I wouldn't count on it. I swear if he types attack. I was waiting for that. You defeated the enemy. Loot. Alright, what items can Steve find here? You can pick multiple options or none. Find nothing. A mysterious potion, important note, 15 gold, finish selection. I want to know what the note says. I want to know what the potion does. You don't get any money.
The first step of my very important quest, looting this guy's corpse.
Of course.
You say. You thoroughly search the pockets of the shopkeeper's dead body. You take mysterious potion.
Ooh.
Note from Brad.
Note from Brad. Oh, Brad. Why now? Oh, you can't spell. Oh, okay. No need to examine the mysterious potion first, I guess. Oh no. Was he supposed to? Yeah, was he supposed to drink that? I mean, probably not. Yet here we are. Let's figure this out. Ooh, what did it do?
You hold the mysterious potion in your hands. This wouldn't exist if I wasn't supposed to consume it, you say. Drinky, drinky! Unsure of its effect, you chug the concoction with 0 hesitation.
Who voiced this? It's brilliant. Well, you're the one who gave it to him. What is this mysterious potion drink? Potion of wisdom, potion of speak with furniture, potion of bowel relaxing? Okay, I kind of want to do this one just to, like, punish him, but I'm sorry. Potion of speak with furniture?
You hear a happy voice coming from a nearby wooden stool. Oh, joyous day this is, says the stool. He who sits has been vanquished. The long hours of holding up his buttocks are over. You have now gained the ability to communicate with furniture.
He who sits has been vanquished. I'm so sorry, chair. You don't think that of me, do you? He who sits has been vanquished. I love this game. Oh my gosh. This is better than I expected. Talk stool. Sure, that makes grammatic sense. What exactly is he supposed to say to a stool? Give me a reward. What's it like being a stool? I'm curious.
Wow, a talking stool. This is so much cooler than whatever quest I was doing, you say. So what's life like as an inert object? Spare no detail. I'm in no hurry. I'm sure this will be fascinating.
Question, how glamorous is it being a stool? Very glamorous. Very.
The comforting squeak of floorboards beneath my legs, the tickling termites, the permanent state of my inanimate existence, says the stool. The days aren't all sunshine, but I am solemnly proud of who I am and I embrace my limitations.
Whoever wrote this, I love you so much. I was waiting for him to say attack stool. This must be the creepiest usage of the sit command possible. This is, if for those of you who don't know, this is exactly how playing Dungeons and Dragons go. The DM spends days and days and days and days, weeks, months, whatever, coming up with campaigns, story, plot, epic quests, royalty, enemies, dragons, all the coolest stuff that you could possibly think of. And the players then spend 5 hours in a store talking to a stool. Truth.
Ah, remarkable, you say. Now I must witness your workmanship firsthand. I shall sit upon you, and you can tell me how exciting it is to be used by me. The stool starts to ask you politely not to sit on him, but is quickly muffled by your noble robes.
Where's its mouth?
My, wasn't that fun, stool friend, you say, standing back up. The stool refuses to speak to you now. Fine, you petulant spoilsport. I have an important quest to do.
Do we? Do we, though? I'm waiting for it. Okay. Still waiting for him to attack the stool. Hey, there we go! This might be the first useful thing Steve has done so far. There's a bunch of weapons in this shop to choose from. He didn't bother to look at them. Should we offer him a choice or just choose for him? He doesn't seem to care which one. No, I do not trust him to choose. Okay, here are the weapons we could give to Steve. Choose one. Sword of fine steel, wand of lightning, can of beans. What is he gonna do with a can of beans? Is this gonna turn to like a fart quest? He didn't look. Are you sure the can of beans has terrible stats, even worse than his bare hands? Yes. You should have looked.
I need a weapon, but I don't want to waste any time choosing one, you say. I'll just grab the nearest object I can find. How about this can of beans? You equip the can of beans.
Eat beans? Okay. Progress! I guess we're done with the shop. Oh boy. 7 hours later, done with the shop.
You exit the shop. You are now outside. You are surrounded by dense forest. A trodden road extends in both directions. A sign advertises Brad's store to highway travelers, though the shop is now eerily quiet.
Murder hobo. I've never killed anyone in D&D who did not deserve to be murdered. I do believe. Possible. I fear Steve has no idea where he's going, though. Pick a random direction. Well, I don't know where we're going either. Go Wizard Tower. What Wizard Tower? What? How does Steve know about the Wizard Tower? He didn't talk to the shopkeeper. He didn't even read the note we left. Oh, right. I had a whole thing. There's this whole forest section he's trying to skip over. Whatever, just, error. I don't want to skip sections.
Invalid command, go Wizard Tower. Type help for assistance.
Yeah, go forest. You're gonna have to do things one at a time. He's supposed to discover the Wizard's Tower while investigating the forest. This section no longer makes sense if he already knows where to go. No, so make him do it. Gotta play the game. I want to know what's in the
You
forest.
blindly trudge through the forest until you come to a clearing. You see some movement in the nearby bushes, and you feel you're being watched.
Dun, dun,
Investigate?
dun.
Yes or no?
Dun, 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 dun. Oh my gosh, Steve. Ugh. The only acceptable commands for a yes or no prompt are yes and no.
Invalid command, go Wizard Tower. Yes or no prompts should be answered with either yes or no. Type help for assistance.
That's how that works. Yes or no. I'm trying to figure out like what kind of a person Steve is. Is it like a 7-year-old boy trying to just like play a game and getting frustrated and doing dumb stuff, or like is it an older person? What kind of person do you think Steve is?
You make a cautious foray into the brush to see what is hiding within. You discover a scared group of adorable gnomes.
Aww.
One of the gnomes approaches you.
Oh, traveler, he says. I am Huggy the Gnome. Our clan is being hunted by monsters. Please help us.
Accept quest from Huggy the Gnome. Find monsters? Yes or no?
He's gonna attack the gnomes. Straight up, I'm telling you. No. I mean, he said no.
You tell the gnome to go away.
Boo-hoo!
Cries Huggy the Gnome.
I'm waiting for it. I mean, that's logical. See what I'm talking about? He's just trying to speedrun this. We've got to get this guy to the Wizard Tower before he ends up trying to murder poor Huggy. Find the Huggy, give him directions. Just teleport Steve to the tower. You gotta go through the game. He correctly asked.
Perhaps you may be of use to me, gnome, you say to Huggy. Tell me, tiny one, might you direct me to the nearest tower of an evil wizard?
Huggy the Gnome looks at you curiously.
The secret wizard's tower? It's mighty strange that you know of it already,
he says. He then tells you the way to access the wizard's tower through the forest.
Of course. I hope you won't forget about us helpless gnomes after you visit that tower.
Alright, fine. At least you didn't murder the gnomes, which I was actually expecting you to do.
Following Huggy the Gnome's immaculate directions, you make your way towards the wizard's tower.
How should the tower be described? Tall cylinder, spiky obelisk.
You arrive at a large stone tower emerging from the lush thicket of the forest. The hulking obelisk towers over the surrounding canopy, with decorative turrets jutting outwards like claws. Ivy overgrowth crawls up the structure's exterior, leading you to wonder, is this long abandoned or reclusively inhabited? An imposing wooden door is the only viable entrance you see.
Dun, dun, dun. Anyone knows Dungeons & Dragons knows that the door is the #1 most difficult enemy in the entire game. Is Steve's character brave or cautious? I would put neither of those categories on Steve's character at all. Brave? Let's go with, I guess it's a kind of stupidity, braveness. Sure.
Ever the intrepid explorer, you burst through the door into the wizard's tower.
Hearken and fear me, O foes of mine!
You shout. You take a few practice swings at the air with your can of beans to showcase your prowess. You are now inside the wizard's parlor. Cobwebs and moss speckle the damp room. A table and 2 broken chairs sit next to a dusty fireplace, and there's an armoire in the corner. As you step further into the room, you suddenly hear an imposing, ethereal voice echoing through the tower's halls.
I love the sounds, by the way. Steve is now hearing the warning voice of the evil wizard. What is the wizard's name? I think we can do a little bit better than Brad this time. Lazador Bill. There are some who call me Tim. I'm actually disappointed in you, game, for not having Tim as an option. This reminds me of my D&D game where we were infiltrating this dragon cult, and we planned this. We were on a balcony overlooking as they're walking around and everything like that, and we're like, okay, if we can sneak past here and then ambush these guys, and we spent like 20 minutes planning this beautiful ambush of getting people alone and all this other stuff because we knew there was a dragon in here somewhere. And so take out the cultists first before, and so you're not. And when we were almost done, we were almost there. Our beautiful, wonderful barbarian is just Leroy Jenkins did the whole entire thing. Is like, I'm sick of it. Literally jumps up on top of the balcony. It goes, hey, all of you, you're all gonna die. And like literally they all swarmed us. And I did die that encounter. Actually, they had to resurrect me. It was cool, but I wanted to kick him so hard. Bill. It's totally Bill. Should be Tim, but it's Bill.
Halt, intruder! You are entering the domain of the nefarious Bill the Wizard,
says the omnipresent voice.
Leave this place at once, or I will melt your feeble little brain with my evil wizard powers.
Who is the voice actor? I love you so much. Oh my gosh. Bill the Wizard. Open what? Really? That's what you're going for? I'm surprised he managed to spell that correctly. Of course, he forgot that all the furniture is now sentient. Oh yeah, he can talk to everything.
You start to open the armoire, but the armoire interrupts you.
Mon ami,
Says the armoire.
at least buy me dinner first.
The armoire laughs heartily.
Oh, pipe down, armoire,
Says the nearby table.
No wonder we don't get many visitors.
Best potion of all time. I need to tell my DM to put that in the game. Talk table. What is Steve supposed to say to a talking table? Who's the wizard in the tower? What happened to those broken chairs? Hi. What happened to the broken chairs?
You point to the two broken chairs next to the table.
Pardon me, sir.
You say,
What happened to your friends?
"Oh, poor cherries," says the table.
They just got sat on till they couldn't be sat on no more. Who would do such a thing?
Oh, phew, a gasp. Poor things. I'm just waiting for all of the attack commands. Only Steve could pick a fight with furniture.
You bludgeon the armoire with your can of beans. If you were expecting combat, you would do well to remember that the armoire is an inanimate wooden furnishing.
You vile swine,
Says the armoire.
Well, you can forget about opening me. You do not deserve the fine loot I contain.
I don't know. Attacking inanimate objects is just kind of part of the game at this point. Especially doors. Doors are the true evil. I give up. Okay, it's time for Steve to encounter his first actual enemy. The shopkeeper doesn't count. There's no way he gets this first try. We'll see. I don't know how it's gonna happen. I have no way. No.
You head towards the stairs that lead further up the tower. Before you can start up the stairs, the echoing voice of the wizard returns.
Foolish interloper, you did not heed my warning. You have incurred the wrath of Bill. Now my guardian will dispose of you.
You hear vicious snarling as the wizard summons his unholy champion before you.
What enemies should Steve fight? An undead wolf? Oh, an undead wolf. That's cool. Goblins are so
An
meh.
undead wolf materializes. The zombie canine has patches of mangy, decomposing fur sliding off his exposed skeleton. His steely eyes glow a bright yellow. He attacks you.
His can of beans has terrible damage output. Maybe we should rebalance this encounter. Make the beans deadlier, deadly beans.
You raise your can of beans.
Little does this fellow know, but I actually have triple proficiency with beans, you say.
Combat. Type
Triple
help combat
bean
for list of
proficiency.
battle commands.
Difficulty hard. The undead wolf. Whoa, health 20 out of 20. Steve. That's pretty hard, Steve. Attack.
You swing at the undead wolf with your can of beans.
Take that, you stupid monster!
You say.
Rude. Hey, listen, he's just trying to feed his family. The undead wolf takes 5 damage. Oh no. Select attack. What does the undead wolf do now? Bite, howl. Ooh. I usually want to go with bite, but how am I gonna summon more wolves? Yes.
The wolf withdraws and howls ominously at the moon. What is he preparing? You again whack at the bones of the undead wolf.
I knew there was a special.
In response to the wolf's howl, a pack of undead wolves are summoned. You are quickly overwhelmed by the ravenous pack.
Haha. You take 25 damage. Only cried you've been defeated. Oh, dope.
Hey! Your lifeless body falls to the floor. The undead wolf feeds upon your corpse.
Nom 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 nom. That was a bit excessive.
You are dead. You were torn apart by an undead wolf.
Perhaps I should have mentioned it explicitly, but your goal is to lose to Steve. When Steve dies in combat, the game reloads to just before the encounter. Try again. Steve will just attack every single turn, so find a sequence of moves that will allow him to win, or we'll be repeating this all day long.
Restart encounter?
I
Yes or
see.
no?
I see. I heard my phone ring, and I was just like, oh, I can just pause. Oh, wait, no, I can't pause. It's still going. Ah. But it was no one important.
An undead wolf materializes.
Okay. This we already did.
Combat.
Yep, we already did that too. Okay. Cool. Do I have 1 more health? I swear that the wolf had 20 health last time. Alright, well, I'm just gonna bite.
The wolf growled.
Oop, sorry. You take 9 damage. Okay, attack.
You again whack at the bones of the undead wolf.
6 damage. Okay, so 2 more attacks. Okay, so I'm going to bite and then howl.
The undead wolf pounces and bites you again.
Oh, yes, yeah, because if I howl, then it doesn't do any damage.
You execute a tactical somersault and again strike the wolf.
Tactical somersault. There we go. I was not expecting, like, strategy
The
in
wolf
this game.
withdraws and howls ominously at the moon. What is he preparing?
Oh. Why does it say I have 5 and he... I think
You
that messed
smash
up
apart
somewhere.
the bones of the undead wolf with your trusty can of beans.
Can of beans. Trusty can of beans. I want a trusty can of beans.
I won, you stupid wolf!
You say. You kick the lifeless pile of bones a few times for good measure. The way up the stairs is now clear.
I'm so glad that's finally over. Agreed. Yeah, I'm just gonna agree with you. Loot full. What's a full? A Belgian breakfast dish. Got it. Steve's a moron.
Invalid command. Loot waffle. Type help for assistance.
I loot the waffle. I know there's a waffle here somewhere. It's gotta be a kid, right? Fine, let's throw some quick loot at him. Wolf tooth. That's cool. Wolf doesn't have gold on him.
You
It's a
search
wolf.
the pile of bones. You take wolf tooth.
Yeah, reasonable. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We're almost to the final wizard fight. Let's go. Let's go. Boss
You
battle.
ascend the spindly wooden stairs to the top of the tower. The voice of the wizard returns,
Fear
now
Bill.
booming his final warning.
Retreat now and live, adventurer. Bill the wizard will be your doom.
Off, Peter, Bill. Just one last puzzle for yeah, double yikes. Steve has to solve a puzzle?
At the top of the stairs is one final door made of heavy stone. An inscription on the door reads,
To open this door, answer me this riddle. What appears once in a minute, twice in a moment, but never in 1,000 years?
I know the answer to that. Do you? This riddle is very obvious. All he has to do is type one letter and we're golden. Yeah, triple yikes. Do you guys know the answer to this one? Once in a minute, twice in a moment, but never in 1,000 years? It's just one single letter. It's the letter M. I don't think he'll get it. Here we go. Oh, hello, kitten. How are you? Oh my gosh, are we just gonna sit here? Oh, come on, Steve. Just try something. Anything. So, how you guys doing? How's your day been? Beans. What? No, Steve, you don't. Why would it be beans? A bean a minute? 2 beans a moment? No beans in 1,000 years?
You try the answer beans. The door doesn't open.
Something less stupid this time, Steve. Just sitting here. I mean, whenever we get riddles in D&D, we do just... What? Why? Hot dog? He can't be serious. I think Steve is hungry. He will. He'll never figure it out. There's no way. It's gotta be a
You try
kid.
the answer hot dog. The door doesn't open.
Steve, it's M. Just type M and we can fight the wizard. I think anytime you get riddles in D&D, you're just like, oh god, no. And you kind of realize how dumb you are, especially if the answer is obvious. You're definitely like a 10-year-old. Well, third time wasn't the charm. Steve has no charm. The answer is not boobs.
You try the answer boobs. The door doesn't open.
And somewhere the 10-year-old boy is going, I made it say boobs. Come on. Come on, Steve. Come on, we all believe in you. Steve, 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 Steve. Anybody. I'm waiting for him to go attack door. The CPUs were just... Oh. No, that's it. I'm gonna lose it. Maybe the wizard should just come outside. Maybe we should just accept whatever he says is the solution. Yes, the answer is absolutely McDonald's. Fine. If Steve guesses wrong one more time, we'll just skip this puzzle altogether. That was great. Oh my gosh,
Try
it's
the
brilliant.
answer McDonald's. The door doesn't open.
Last chance, Steve. Come on. Go ask your mom. Mommy, answer the riddle for me. I can fight the evil wizard. Oh my gosh. I'm waiting for us to just like, this is the end. If this was the end of the game, I would die. I would absolutely die. No! I literally just said it. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it so much. Oh my gosh. Normally this is when I would like go back and like try other pathways, but I have so many demos to play that I actually don't have time to do that right now. If you don't think I'm not gonna get the full version of this game, oh my gosh, this was hilarious. I knew it was gonna be funny. I didn't know it was going to be this good. I love it. I absolutely love it. This is brilliant. Run TavernQuest is coming soon. This demo was only a side quest. Full game will be a brand new experience. So yeah, everything that you see here is not going to be in the full game. This is totally separate. This is just literally a side demo quest, which is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Great job, developer. This is the exact way that you take something so unbelievably simple and perfect it, which is what you should do. So many games nowadays are trying to do everything. You know, oh, I'm going to be a Stardew Valley, I'm going to be a MMO, I'm going to do this and that, and they shove everything into a container, and it ends up being a giant mess because, you know, jack of all trades, master of none. But this is just a text-based game, but it's so brilliant. Love it, love it, love it. Go play this game for yourself. The link is in the description below, as always. See if you can get other paths. Tell me all about them. Wishlist them on Steam. You know it helps indie developers when you do that. Absolutely brilliant. I can't wait for the full game. I can't wait. I can't wait. Loved it. Loved it. Loved it. If you enjoyed that as much as I did, hit the like button. We all like buttons. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button. It helps me out so much. And I cannot wait to see you guys in the next video, right? Bye!